Well, hello, welcome. I'm Tomas, and this is A Course in Miracles, lesson 244, where we see just how simple this course really is. Simple, not necessarily easy, right? But simple. So here's what I mean by that. Lesson 244, I am in danger nowhere in the world. That's the idea for today. I am in danger nowhere in the world. Nowhere. Even if a gun's pointed at my head, I'm still in danger nowhere in the world. Doesn't mean that you don't get away from that situation, by the way. So let's not get each other wrong, yeah? Yeah, we spend enough time in the world getting each other wrong and trying to be right. What's that do to your relationships, by the way? Food for thought, yeah? We're in danger nowhere in the world. And again, we come back to the summary of all of A Course in Miracles. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. So here's a question for all of us. By the way, if you feel singled out by any of these questions, so be it. Just know that I'm referring to everyone here, myself included, by the way. I cannot possibly exclude myself, even if I wanted to. Why? There is no separation of any kind. Yeah. Yeah. So let's allow that one to really sink in. It may take some time, but you know what? That's okay if it does. It's truly okay if it does, because that's what time is for. Yeah, we're not in danger anywhere in the world. You're not a body. We've spent many lessons on that idea. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. Yeah, remember that? From a recent review. Nothing real can be threatened. Who you really are cannot be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. So do you have the actual confidence in this? That's a question for all of us, myself included, by the way. There is no separation of any kind, remember. So I'm not separate from you, who are separate from me, and we're not separate from somebody across the world whom we'll never meet in person. There's no difference. What we're talking about here is truth with a capital T, truth, reality, capital R, God, love, what is, simply is. Now, when we take this to heart, here's what happens in the world. Now, I'm not going to guarantee this happens for you, because what's going on with all of us here is that we're harboring certain beliefs from the ego's thought system. We're letting go of that a piece at a time. And the reason we're not completely awakened right now is that we're still clinging to some of these beliefs. So the more we adopt lesson 244, take it to heart, then what can happen to you is that you can stride forward with crystal clarity, confidence, certainty that you are the Son of God, that you're safe in God. In other words, God's got your back, because, well, there's no difference between his back, your back, all of our backs. There's no separation of any kind. Yeah. So you can stride forward, go forward in the world with this crystal clarity and confidence. You can exude it, and people will notice. They will pay attention, just like you're paying attention to me. They'll pay attention to you. If you're doing this already, then you know. Let's keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yeah. We all need you to be at your 100% level best. We need you to answer the call. We all hear the call. Few of us answer. So it doesn't make us special that we did. We just did. And we have a responsibility, not just to ourselves, but to the entire world. Yeah. Everyone show up and extend love. You're not in danger anywhere in the world. Who you are cannot be in danger. Nothing real can be threatened, literally. Can the body be mutilated and destroyed and insulted? Yeah. And as long as you believe that this is you, this is you, then, well, that's a petri dish, isn't it, for a lot of suffering. It's a playground of the ego, yeah? Here's what you can do. You can commit the body to the purposes of the Holy Spirit. You can offer it. Say, here, use this communication tool, this device in the service of love. Not special love as the world sees it, and it's cut off special relationships and tribal relationships and all of that, but total, universal. So isn't it time that you adopted a spirituality that's universal? Yeah, because it actually is, all of it. That doesn't play favorites, that doesn't pick on one group of people, even a really large group of people that may have been born on the other side of the planet, calling one of God's messengers by a different name than the one you grew up with. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? There is no separation of any kind. So when I'm talking about love, I do 100% mean with a capital L. Not special relationships, not loving certain groups of people and not others, not adoring one political party and loathing the other, thinking they're the spawn of the devil. Devil. I mean, if you're doubting whether that exists, good, keep doubting, because we just made all that shit up. Yeah. I'm feeling very direct today, right? Inspired. This is good. We made all that shit up. So I'm talking about love with a capital L. So how's that going to look given through you? Well, I don't know. I don't know. How's it going to look given through you? When you take to heart and believe that you are in danger nowhere in the world, that you are at home in God, you will show up very, very differently. And I want you to do that. All right? Now. Isn't that exciting? Today. Because we all have this opportunity. Clearly, I continue to say that all we have is the present moment. We all need to hear that again and again and again and again, because where do we spend a lot of our time? The past to the future. Yeah, I could have, should have, would have done this yesterday. Oh, tomorrow I got to do this and this. My to-do list is so long. And no. Does that induce a little anxiety and panic to think about something that may never come to pass, right? Yeah, does it? I don't know. It's where we spend a lot of our time. So I'm inviting us to spend time right now, where we have a choice to make, God or the ego. That's it, love or fear. Simple. Spirituality is simple. It doesn't mean that you'll easily recognize that you have that choice, right? And it's where a number of us say it's not easy. Actually, it kind of is. But that takes time. That's what time is for. It takes time for us to get this so integrated into our being that it actually is easy, that it's second nature, that we're in the flow, so to speak. That means we've gotten out of our own way and allowed the Holy Spirit to come in and show us what to do in every circumstance, no exceptions, to show us whom to speak to, right? Who are we going to talk to? What are we going to say? Every circumstance, no exceptions. Total. Love is total, isn't it? It doesn't know any boundaries, doesn't know about international borders. It doesn't separate between religions and philosophies. It doesn't separate hemispheres of the world. It doesn't know anything at all about political boundaries, any kind of barrier at all. These are all things we can see that we as human beings have invented. We've invented them. And we've made them real to us. They're not real. They're not real. And we're in the process of discovering that. So however much time that takes, this is simple. Spirituality is simple. Now, you may find the decision to accept this hard. That's quite understandable, by the way. You're not doing anything wrong if you're experiencing some resistance toward that as the heater comes on. Yeah. Probably hear it. Mike picks it up. You're not doing anything wrong if you're experiencing some resistance to this. In fact, I say that's a very, very good thing. If you're experiencing resistance to this, good. You're exactly where you need to be. So continue to ask the Holy Spirit for help. Continue to ask your guide or guides for help. And when you remember that nothing real can be threatened and nothing unreal exists, herein lies the peace of God. Repeat that maybe to yourself, or repeat today's idea. I am in danger nowhere in the world. Believe it and step into life with this in mind. Yeah. If you want to call it embodying this, call it embodying that. That there is no separation of any kind, and you are not in danger anywhere in the world. Anywhere. So act on it.